There are differing types of twin flames, so be encouraged. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is the New Cosmic Knowledge Channel, and I just ate something for the first time in 14 days. Had some salad, had a little bit of fish on it, so I'm not coming to you for the first time in 2 weeks in a fasted condition. We've broken that fast, and very, very happy with the results that I was able to achieve on that, continue to make that, say a little different, a real big part of my life. And I can't really get into the totality of this subject right here because I need my twin flame, Sandra, with me to be able to do justice to the subject. But I am going to give you kind of an overview of what you're looking at and what we're looking at over the next few days and weeks and months, and who knows, maybe even several months. Tomorrow, I'm very excited. Tomorrow at, I think, 7 p.m., the Italian rapscallion, Rocky Stucci, will be joining Sandra and I for a special edition of the, what's the name of our show? The Serpent and Dove. Why, thank you, Topper Harley, who's a year younger today, and he said I got a nice new haircut. Yeah, I think Sandra will like it. So nice new haircut. And Rocky Stucci and Sandra will be talking about addiction and recovery. And of course, you know that Sandra will counsel your recovery, but she's not going to counsel your addiction. And I'm so glad to have two people that have been to the very depths of their souls and who are now at the very heights of their souls, their spirits, however you want to look at it. And they're going to be talking with us, and I'm going to do my very best to shut up as much as I can and just try to facilitate an open and frank discussion about the subject of addiction and recovery from two people that are years and years and years into their recovery and are not addicts anymore. They are fully recovered, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. And then this weekend, also right after that, Scotty Roberts, the non-Italian rapscallion, will have the consequential rapscallions. And I think Scotty wants to talk about to divorce or not to divorce. How's it going to affect the kids? Maintaining relationships with former spouses. It should be an interesting discussion. A lot of things coming across our board, a lot of things taking place. We are booking appointments left and right. If you want to work with Sandra and I collectively, we're doing a lot. Individually, we're doing a lot. And you want to get on the horse to do that. And we're phasing out a lot of the old email addresses. So if you want to work with me, go to jeffreydaugherty.com, leave me a message. If you want to work with Sandra, go to Raw Reflections. And if you want to work with both of us, go to Serpent and Dove. So that's the way we're going to do that. And there are, and also on this weekend, Saturday at 3 p.m., I'm really looking forward to this. We're going to have a great power couple roundtable with Jay and Monica Campbell. I think Monica goes by the name Campbell, but we'll have Jay Campbell and his wife, Monica, or Monica and her husband, Jay, along with Sandra and I, a super special edition of the Serpent and Dove show. We'll call that High Noon Power Couples. It'll be high noon on the West Coast anyway. And I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a fantastic program. And then after the first of the month, we've got Jenny Moonstone, Heidi Vandenberg. It's going to be Magenta Pixie coming back on the channel. Great stuff. Michael says he's an addict. Suboxone, I don't know anything about this, and benzos. Prescription after addictions for 2 years, back and forth. Wow. Yep. Well, you'll want to watch that tomorrow night. I don't know anything about addiction. Knock on wood. I never had one. But it's important that's why we're doing it, because there's a lot of people that listen to us that have dealt with addiction and recovery. And that's what we're going to do with it for. So do you think I look like Tim Tebow? Now, twin flames. Ladies and gentlemen, I got called on the carpet a little bit earlier today. I got called on the carpet by my partner, i.e. my boss. I got called on the carpet by Sandra. Just a little bit, in a very nice way. Very nice, but very, you know what, Colton? That is one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me. Colton said that I have an addiction to bringing out the truth, and then Topper Harley follows it up with all he does is win. Wow. I really appreciate that. Oh, wait, Max Vision. You need to tune in tomorrow night. You need to tune in tomorrow night. That's all I'm going to say about your comment. Tune in tomorrow night. But what was I saying? Oh, I got called on the carpet, and it was gently pointed out to me that it's possible that some of the way I was presenting the idea of the twin flame relationship might be in a way that was discouraging to people. I'm not always the most subtle of all people. And Sandra felt like I might be presenting it in a way that would cause some people who don't have a twin flame, to feel like they're missing out and to go into fear and despair and even discouragement. And she's right, but she's wrong. She's right that I was doing that, but I was doing it by being wrong. I'm thinking in my head, destiny twin flames. Destiny twin flames. What is a destiny twin flame? Well, they're destined to be, and we'll talk about that more, but that's just one kind of twin flame. I'm convinced. There's destiny twin flames. There's another kind of twin flame that we haven't named yet. And then there's another kind of twin flame that we haven't named yet. And then where it really all begins is you got to be your own twin flame. You've got to get the LOA portion of you, that's male, the LOA portion of you, that's female, into balance, into union, so that you can begin to create within yourself. And even though I say the greatest creation is when LOAs get together and become Elohim, as Sandra so adroitly pointed out to me, they have to get together in yourself first. And Topper, I'm going to set aside the question about what is a destiny twin flame, because Sandra and I are going to talk about this together. I just want to give you an overview. I want to give you an apology, and I want to just tee up what Sandra and I are going to talk about, because I was pushing it hard. Yeah, just please only listen, sweetheart. She's driving. So I want you to know that when I'm being somewhat exclusive or somewhat hard about twin flames, I'm talking about a destiny twin flame, and that's only one type of twin flame, but there's at least two other types of twin flames. And as Sandra pointed out, and this is just foundational, it's paradigm shifting. You've got to become your own twin flame. You've got to recognize your male and female sides. You've got to unite them and get them into an Elohim within yourself creating. It's like a Taurus. You've got to get that going. And only after you do that can you be ready to try to reach out beyond that and get into a true Aloha attraction. So big stuff coming up, powerful stuff coming up. And I have the idea, Sandra and I are going to sit down and write a book about twin flames, the twin flame experience. Aw, thank you so much, Sandra. I love you very, very much. So we're going to write a book about twin flames. We're going to write a book about soul contracts, or not soul contracts, soul spiritual wills. So we've got a lot going on. We've got a lot to do. And continue to send us your ideas. Continue to send us your thoughts. We all do need a tune-up, absolutely, because you can't, there's no way, back when I was a preacher, I used to do a lot of youth meetings and things like that. And I used to think about, I used to say, if you want to attract a 10, you got to be a 10. And, we say in the New Age, your vibe attracts your tribe. And even though it's silly and goofy, it really does. And I want to say hello to Sophia if she's listening. And it's not until you do the inner work within yourself. It's not until you go into the dark night of your soul. It's not until you do your own shadow work that you even have a prayer of finding the twin flame relationship of whatever type you would be involved in. I don't care if you have a destiny twin flame out there. If you don't get the twin flame within you right, it's not going to happen. integrity, preparation, work. Those are the three big things about the twin flame experience, ladies and gentlemen. And now I have to go talk to somebody about taking care of Rooney. So we're going to bring this broadcast excellence to a close. I'll be back later today with more broadcast excellence. We'll be back tomorrow with Rocky Stucci, Sandra D, talking about addiction and recovery, the consequential rapscallions. And then on Saturday, Jay and Monica, Jay Campbell, his wife Monica, her husband, I think her name's Ortiz maybe, her husband, and Sandra and I, high noon power couples, Jenny Moonstone, Magenta Pixie, Heidi Vandenberg, lots of luminaries coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Very excited, very stoked. And the more I work with Sandra and the more shows we do together, the more excited I become. You're looking at the luckiest man on 2 feet. And I believe that I am living in the favor of the gods. And I believe that it's duplicatable and it's repeatable. And we can teach you how to do it. If you want to work with us, serpentanddove.org. If you want to work with me, jeffreydarty.com. If you want to work with Sandra, rawreflections.org. Until our next episode of Broadcast Excellence, I'm Jeffrey Darty, reminding you to ask questions and question answers. And folks, we're here to teach you how to unindoctrinate yourself and to remind you it's an inside job.